Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let me make sure real quick that I'm live. Looks like it's sending out data to YouTube and Facebook. Okay, it does look like we're live. All right. Guys, we've got a severe thunderstorm in eastern Arkansas now. I'm waiting for my comments to show up. If you don't mind, my wife is calling me. If you don't mind, please leave me a comment. I can see all my comments on the screen in front of me, how the video and the audio looks. That way I know if I have any issues before I really start talking and get going. Looks like everything is up and running well. We've got a severe thunderstorm in eastern Arkansas now that looks like it is trying to cause some problems. We've had some hail out of this in Cherry Valley. We have some tornado watches up. Both are great. Awesome. Video, I needed to hear that. Thank you. Video and audios look good. If for some reason the audio or video cuts out, just know my internet is a little suspect at times. But the storm that I'm watching is here near Earl, Arkansas, and Parkin, west of Gilmore and Turrell and Clarkdale. For those of you who aren't familiar, this is in eastern Arkansas, and I'll do a kind of a zoom out here. This is well east of Little Rock. It's south of Jonesboro. And northeast of Wynne. So getting close to Memphis, the Mississippi River. I did see a report on Twitter from a storm chaser that he did witness a tornado form out of this storm. Reed Timmer's also on this storm. I have not seen Reed report that. But this is the storm that we're looking at. I can switch over to the velocity real quick. I probably need to switch over to the Memphis radar. There is no tornado warning for this storm unless my stuff is not updated. This storm, I've seen a couple of videos of this storm that have been sent to me. And I did see what appeared to be, weak rotation. The storm appeared to be rotating, we'll just say it gently. But I didn't see any rapid rotation or signs of an imminent tornado. But like I said, I did get a report on Twitter that there was a tornado with this storm. So I'm kind of trying to take that serious. That's why I went ahead and went live for this storm. But once again, just to kind of reset here, we have a severe thunderstorm in eastern Arkansas, and I can read the counties off for you if you're curious, if my county information will work here. The warning is set to expire in 3 minutes. It was initially issued for areas of Poinsett County, which has now been canceled. But the severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5, so just a few more minutes for Crittenden and Cross counties. And Crittenden, Cross, Mississippi, Poinsett are all under tornado watches until 11 p.m. tonight. Looking abroad, just to kind of set this up, because I know a lot of people are going to be asking about their area if you don't live near eastern Arkansas, and there's still no tornado warning as of 4:55 p.m. So we have some severe thunderstorms in northern Mississippi. We have storms that are forming here in southeast Arkansas. Need to watch those close. It looks like our initiating boundary is right through here. So pretty much everyone east of Little Rock, south of Little Rock, southeast of Little Rock, and maybe south of Jonesboro is kind of where we need to watch here for the next few hours. I don't know how long I'm going to stay live. I really wanted to just come on here and do a live update to let everybody know kind of what's going on right now. There is your mobile app on your phone likely doesn't know what the heck to think about today because we have so many. It's a scattered thunderstorm day. Many of you will see nothing, but some of you, as we're seeing, will see something. The storm that moved through Cherry Valley earlier, somebody sent me a video on my Facebook, and there was quite a bit of hail that moved into Cherry Valley. It was a legitimate hailstorm, and it looks like this storm is kind of doing the same thing. I don't know how much hail it's producing, but if you live northeast of Earl, I've been through here storm chasing before. I'm pretty familiar with the terrain here. You can see quite a ways. You'll probably be able to see this storm coming from quite a ways. So if you live in Marion, we'll just say if you live north of West Memphis, up to Marion, Jericho, Clarkdale, and Turrell, this storm is moving east toward your location. It'll be there here in a few minutes. And you could be impacted by heavy rainfall. You could be impacted by some hail, possibly large hail up to quarter size. And it could get windy on you too. So if you have plans, if you're having a picnic in Jericho, Arkansas, you need to be prepared. You have a severe thunderstorm to your west that's headed your way. This is the only severe thunderstorm warning in Arkansas as of 4:58 p.m., so right at the 5 o'clock hour. So if you're watching in Little Rock, probably not a whole lot going on. If you're watching in Fort Smith for some reason, probably not a whole lot going on. This is the only show in town. I want to reiterate, I did get a report that this storm produced a brief tornado. I don't have a tornado warning from the National Weather Service from this storm. But I'm looking at a video now. This storm was rotating pretty solid. But like I said, still no tornado warning from Memphis, the National Weather Service in Memphis. We do have a little bit of a blip here that's formed just northeast of Little Rock. That looks like in southern White County. Just northwest of Des Arc, no lightning on that. We also have some blips here near Pine Bluff, Gurdon, Lake Hamilton, and Hot Springs. And then a few thunderstorms in far southeast Arkansas, so just southeast of Lake Village. We have one near Monticello. These are not severe. They're really just little baby storms that are forming once again, really the only show in town is the storm here near Earl. And I would like to stay live with this storm until it gets to the Mississippi River and we can be done with it. Because I know the moment that I hop off here and don't stay alive, it'll go tornado warned and we'll have to just do this all over again. I can see the comments in front of me and it looks like nobody's yelling at me that the video's cutting out or the audio's cutting out, so knock on wood. But hopefully it stays that way for a while. But yeah, today's a scattered thunderstorm day. Not everyone watching this is going to see thunderstorm activity. It looks like to me the National Weather Service allowed the severe thunderstorm warning to expire unless the polygon just hasn't showed up for a new warning. I would be surprised if they don't issue another severe thunderstorm warning for this. If I'm being honest, for like areas of Clarkdale, Terrell, down to Marion. This did look like earlier. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it in motion. This did look like earlier, like it had a little bit of, well, no, mostly easterly movement. There's a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. So new severe thunderstorm warning. We'll go ahead and go over this now. Go over the counties and we'll zoom back in. So the severe thunderstorm warning is for southwestern Mississippi County, northern Crittenden County, and then southwestern Tipton County, that's in Tennessee, and then northwestern Shelby County, which is also in Tennessee. So as you guys can tell, we're right on the Mississippi River. If you live in Memphis, if you live in West Memphis, this storm is going to probably stay just to your north. But I think the tornado risk, I made a post on Facebook earlier that I felt like the tornado risk is higher today in Tennessee, Mississippi, and areas east of Arkansas. This storm's kind of threading that line, I think, of our, my coverage area is the entire state of Arkansas. I don't work for a news station, but kind of like the eastern half of Arkansas was really the zone to watch for the day. But zooming in close, I need to pull out my big map. I don't have my big map up. Sorry guys, give me just a second. I'll pull the radar back up. I'd like to pull a map out so I can go over this. I don't want to give anybody the incorrect road names here. So let's go ahead and zoom over here to eastern Arkansas. So we all know if you're traveling down I-40 towards Memphis, you have a northward turnoff on 55 that will take you all the way up to Gilmore, Terrell, Dewey Mill, and so on. I'm not from this part of the state, so forgive me if I give you some incorrect information, but Highway 77 runs out of Marion and goes all the way up to Clarkdale, and it looks like it goes all the way up to Terrell and Gilmore. So if you're traveling northbound on 77, there's a chance that you could run into this storm, and there could be quite a bit of hail in there too, so be careful. No tornado warning. It's just a severe thunderstorm warning as of 5:03 p.m., but there's a lot of lightning in here. I think the National Weather Service went ahead and issued it and referenced the wind speeds too. Yeah, 60 mile an hour per 60-mile-per-hour winds is listed in the warning information. That's not a guarantee you're going to get that. This storm is moving east at 40 miles an hour. And of course, all your hazard impacts, expect damage to siding, your roof, trees because of the hail and the wind. So if for some reason you know somebody that's traveling north out of Memphis, maybe they're headed up to Mark Tree or Harrisburg or Truman today, and they're traveling northbound out of Marion up to Jericho, you might give them a call and let them know that they're traveling towards a dangerous storm. I'm sure that they can probably see that. I shared a couple of images of the storm on my Facebook, and man, spooky looking storm. I had a wall cloud earlier, a rotating wall cloud. If you haven't seen on my Facebook, it's on there. And there was another, an image in the comment section that I shared from Storm Chaser Parker. I think it's Spites is how you say his name. He sent me the images. Spooky looking storm. I would definitely have my eye on it if I was out chasing, but I appreciate him for sending me that information. But this is really, like I said, if you're just now, thank you, Gino. I thought 77 and 55 ran parallel, but I wanted to make sure. For those of you who are just now joining, might have no idea what's going on, I'll do a reset for you real quick. We don't have any tornado warnings, so all is well there. But looking out of Little Rock, I'll go ahead and just kind of set this for you. If you live east of this line, it's kind of like the other night. It's not like the other night, but the storms, the coverage area is kind of similar. If you live east of Little Rock, south of Little Rock, southeast of Little Rock, and south of Jonesboro pretty much, that's the focus for today. Scattered activity, your phone app, probably not doing a great job keeping up today due to the simple fact that storms will likely be isolated and scattered in nature. As you can see here, Arkansas is dealing with a severe thunderstorm. Extreme northeastern Louisiana is dealing with one. You can see the yellow polygon down here. We have one in northeast Mississippi, and then Arkansas has a storm of their own that we're dealing with. We're almost done with that storm in eastern Arkansas. It's about to cross the Mississippi River into Tennessee. But then we also have some activity near Arkadelphia. We have a pop near Monticello. We have one near Pine Bluff. We have one northeast of Little Rock near Searcy. None of those are severe. It's just basically pop-up showers and storms until they kind of get their act together. And as I stated this morning on my TikTok and on Facebook, we might only have one or two storms today that really give us any problems. And so far, we've only had one. So we'll just take that as a victory for the moment. But zooming back into the storm that's near Memphis and Marion and so on, getting closer to 55 and Highway 77. So if you live in Gilmore and Terrell, or however you say it, I'm not sure how to say that. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. It's probably getting pretty noisy. Lots of rain, hail, lightning, strong winds are possible. This is going to continue east into Jericho and to Clarkdale, and eventually it'll cross the Mississippi River into Millington, Tennessee, areas north of Memphis. So I know most of you have probably traveled I-40 to Memphis before. You kind of know the area that I'm talking about, this little interchange right before you cross the river and go over the bridge into Memphis. I'm going to pull up my Facebook real quick and look at the comments and see if anybody has any questions. Hopefully my forecast information today has been clear as mud. So North Little Rock gets nothing. Would like some rain. Yeah, unless something forms right over you, probably nothing. Most people will be left dry today. Sherry's in West Memphis. This one's cutting it close to you. It's going to stay north of you, I believe. Jackie's in Van Buren. No problems in Van Buren today. Any idea of what direction this is headed? Yes, all the activity today. So looking out from a broad scale, we'll go back to Little Rock real quick. Folks, if you live east of Little Rock, south of Little Rock, northeast of Little Rock, and we'll just say south of Jonesboro, the activity today is moving from west to east. So if you look at your radar, whatever radar app you use, and you see a thunderstorm off to your west, there's a good chance it's going to move in your direction within the next, whatever your time frame might be. Becky Osmond's in South Arkansas asking about that area. We do have some activity that's formed. There's some sprouts near El Dorado. There's one south of Hot Springs. I'll just zoom in on it for you guys. There's one near Monticello. There's one near Gurdon. There's one near Pine Bluff. None of these are severe. You can kind of just see these little, we call them pops. Who knows what they'll form into over the next couple of hours, but for right now, no problems. We'll watch the storm near Lake Providence and Oak Grove, Louisiana. I think that's going to stay out of southeast Arkansas. We do have a thunderstorm that's went up near Eudora in far southeast Arkansas. This is down in Chico County, so Lake Village area. A storm that's formed and moved east of the Mississippi River near Arcola, Mississippi. But so far, as of 5:05 p.m., and we're almost done with this one, guys. It's about to cross the Mississippi River here soon. It's moving east around 40 miles an hour, so it's taking its time a little bit. County road speed for most. But it's about to cross 55 and Highway 77 here within the next 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. And like I said, it is a severe thunderstorm. I've said it like 17 times now, but areas, Marion's included, Jericho, Crawfordsville. If you live in Earl, the worst of it seems to be to the east of you, but you do have a little bit of a calm ahead on the back side of the storm that you could get a little bit more rain, perhaps some small hail. But the severe thunderstorm chunk of the storm where the hail core is about to cross 55 and 77. I kind of wonder I wonder if we have any RDOT cameras in that area. I'd kind of like to see what it looks like. Let me look at that real quick. Be patient with me for one moment. Let me see what this looks like. I don't ever look at this on desktop. It's always on my phone. We do have some cameras. Just looks like a thunderstorm to me. I don't see anything too crazy off that camera. Let's see what Ooh, it's getting windy on the northbound camera. So I'll pull this over to the radar screen for just a second. So here's our Clarkdale Road exit. I believe this is on 55. I know the quality isn't great, but you can see the camera looks like it's moving a little bit. It's probably pretty windy. We have a lot of traffic going northbound and southbound right now. I hope these people know what's headed for them, because this storm is traveling east. We'll go ahead and pop off that real quick. I'll bring radar back to this screen and see what I can find on any other cameras. I'm going to go ahead and loop this for you guys. Sorry, I'm using my mouse over here. I don't know why I keep doing that when I have a mouse right here below me. Looking the northbound from, I think that said James Mill Road, so around exit 14 on 55, I-55, really dark skies to the north. You can see, I'll show you guys real quick. I'll pull that over to the radar screen. This storm, the worst of the storm, is about to cross 55. So this is a great look. This is looking, like I said, on I-55 at exit 14. You can see to the north, the forward flank of the storm is moving off to the east. That's what you're looking into. So all the traffic that you're watching here, they're headed for the storm. I mean, they're going to be driving into some nasty weather. People headed south should be okay unless they park and wait for the southern end of the storm to hit their area. But I thought that was kind of a neat look. So I'll pull this back over this screen. But going back to the radar view, it's on 55 now. So we'll stop the loop. Holly Swallows, nearly 60 mile an hour winds crossing 55. That's a report from somebody. The feed today looks great. Thank you, Karen. I think I might have my bugs worked out on my feed. We'll see if it starts going crazy. Somebody will start yelling at me, I'm sure. But looks like the hail core is crossing 55 as well. So if you're traveling between, we'll just say Gilmore and Jericho, you're likely encountering hail. I could probably check my Facebook real quick, guys, and see. A lot of people send me stuff on my messenger. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I probably can't see that. Looks like I got a message from somebody named Holly Like, and she is in Cherry Valley. So this is from earlier. Quite the hailstorm there. It looks like it's sleeting. It's so heavy. But I don't have any reports from 55 of hail, which people are driving. So, I mean, that makes sense. But this hail core is passing over 55 right now between Turrell and Clarkdale and the Mississippi River. I mean, you guys can see the Mississippi River there sitting close. There's quite a bit of you can see here, I'm going to nerd out with you guys for just a second, but you can see there's a little bit of an inflow notch here. So this storm, surface-based, getting inflow, kind of has a little bit of a calm ahead. We'll look at the velocity and see if there's anything worth talking about when it comes to rotation. Hey, check that out. We're close to the radar site. Folks, you can see this here. I'm not saying there's a tornado on the ground, but that couplet right there, what we're looking at, we're looking at a velocity product, which does a really good job of showing us relative winds to the radar. So you've got winds going towards the radar site and beyond. So when you see these colors kind of interacting with one another on the velocity product, a lot of times it's the radar suggesting to us that there might be rotation occurring within the storm. And it does look like we have a little bit of something. Guys, the radar site's right here. And this storm's not far. This storm is 17 miles away. Obviously, the Earth is round, so the Coriolis effect goes into effect. With a radar beam, the further the storm is from the radar, your radar beam shoots up, so you get mid-level samples of the storm. This is a pretty low-level sample. I'm going to check my Twitter real quick and see if I have any reports. I don't have anything. I see Reed Timmer's post about this storm. I don't know if he's live today or not, but some of his videos of it, the video from it earlier does not look tornadic to me. That looks like a fairly high-based cold storm, but this is an old video, so. But regardless, there is no tornado warning at this time. Just a cranky storm moving through eastern Arkansas. This is the only severe, if you're just now tuning in, this is the only severe thunderstorm warning in the state as of 5:15 p.m. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. Have no idea how the YouTube stream looks. There's the tornado warning. Okay. I figured it was coming after looking at that rotation just a second ago. So we got a tornado warning. It doesn't include much of Arkansas. So if you're just now joining, we have a tornado warning it includes Jericho, Clarkdale, Terrell, and areas just east of there towards the Mississippi River. So we'll go ahead and look at the velocity product one more time. This is the problem right here. You can see, I'll just draw a line through the middle. This area, this couplet right here, it looked like just a second ago, you can really see it get together right there. See that? See as it crossed 55? I'd kind of be curious to see if anybody, what anybody saw on 55, but that's the rotation. I'm going to pull up my big map real quick and go over. I want to go over some more specifics. If you live near Island 40, if you live near the Mount Olive Cemetery, if you live... Give me just a second, guys. If you live anywhere near the oh my lord, I'm going to mispronounce this. Wapanaka National Wildlife Refuge. Pretty rural area. If you live near it, you need to be sheltered. If you live west of Millington, Tennessee, on the Arkansas side, of course, of the Mississippi River. So if you live south of Lambethville, if you live, once again, near Island 40, if you live east of Highway 77, specifically east of Clarkdale and Jericho, you could have a tornado form soon. So definitely want to be sheltered. This storm will cross the Mississippi River here pretty soon, and it'll be Tennessee's problem. No offense to anyone watching from Tennessee, but Arkansas doesn't want it. You can have it. We've had enough tornadoes lately. But the tornado warning expires in 42 minutes. Folks, Arkansas, that's not relative to Arkansas. This thing is going to be out of Arkansas's hair soon. It's about to, you can see the borders of the Mississippi here. I mean, it's close. This is the most concerning area. You've got the inflow notch here. This is where your problem is going to be. And then, of course, as always, your forward flank of your storm is where a lot of your heavier rain is going to be. Hail cores, strong winds, and so on. This is the only tornado warning in the state of Arkansas. I got that name correct. Thank you. Marion is not in the tornado warning. Marion is in the severe thunderstorm warning, but I think the bulk of the activity is going to go north of Marion, Cameron. So I did get the name correct. Great. The Wapanaka National Wildlife Refuge. If you live near that or on it for some reason, which I don't think anyone probably lives on it, you have a tornado could be forming near you immediately. So definitely want to be taking this serious. The rotation on this has went down a little bit from the last few scans. I'll loop it for you. You can see it here. It's obvious. They're just south of Terrell. I hope I'm saying that right. as it crossed 55, I think is where, right here, this right there, that to me caught my eye just a moment ago. The National Weather Service in Memphis went ahead and issued the warning for it, which I think was a great call. But that circulation looks like it's struggling just a hair. And to be honest with you, I really didn't expect any tornado warnings in Arkansas today. So this is about as close as we're cutting it. A lot of our winds today are out of the southwest, which is called a veered wind. And a lot of times tornadoes struggle to form without the backed wind, that southeasterly surface wind that we had like on Friday night. But the bulk of this thunderstorm is about to cross the Mississippi River. If you're in Jericho, Clarkdale, and Terrell, stay in your safe spot. Another 10 minutes or so, we should be good to go. It's going to be noisy, but the circulation in question that caused the tornado warning is almost out of your hair. Yeah, Clinton's going to be fine. This is way east. I'll do a reset if you guys... Folks, this is the only tornado warning we have in Arkansas right now. I cover the whole state, so a lot of people follow, which I'm thankful for, but I know that some people may not follow the forecast super close, so I'll just do a reset for you guys. We have one tornado warning in Arkansas right now. Okay, it's just north of Memphis, Terrell, Clarkdale, Jericho. It's headed east. It's about to cross the Mississippi River. It's headed for Millington, Tennessee. If you live in Millington, Tennessee, and you're watching this, you need to be sheltered because it's headed your way. We have a severe thunderstorm in northeastern Louisiana that I don't think is going to impact Arkansas. We have some pops there, northeast of Little Rock. We have one near Arkadelphia. We have a thunderstorm that just went up near Monticello. If you live near Monticello, you're likely hearing thunder. That storm's moving off to the east near McGee and Reed. That will cross Highway 65 within the next 15-20 minutes and could impact areas north of Arkansas City, Reed, and so on towards the Mississippi River. So definitely need to watch that one close. It looks like it might be producing some small hail, but the only tornado warning in Arkansas as of 5:20 p.m. is this storm right here. And it's about to cross the Mississippi River. Anytime. It was moving east at 40 miles an hour about 15 minutes ago. That's probably a solid forward speed for this at the moment. I do not cover Dallas-Fort Worth. No, sir. I'm an Arkansas weather guy. Only Arkansas. I would go crazy if I tried to cover Texas, too. Hello from Mountain Home. Hey, how are you? Thanks for watching, Gina. I appreciate you guys. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. For those of you who aren't familiar with what I do, I cover the entire state of Arkansas, all 75 counties on Facebook, YouTube. I usually have a stream up on TikTok as well, but didn't do the TikTok stream today, just Facebook and YouTube. You might hear some noise in the background. My children are here with me, and of course my wife as well. So if you hear any noise in the background, that's what that is. The rotation on this has really struggled and went down. Probably getting some really gusty winds. You can see what looks like winds kind of gusting out there just east of Jericho. You can, visualize it with the velocity product. The circulation past I-55 and sparked the tornado warning. I just checked the correlation coefficient a few moments ago and didn't see anything. Not seeing a whole lot there. This is pretty close to the radar site. If there was anything, it might have been brief. Wouldn't surprise me. Someone reported a tornado earlier near Earl, a storm chaser, Parker Spites, I think is how you say his name. I did not see. Okay, so it looks like that was a gustnado. I think he corrected himself, so not so sure that was ever a tornado earlier. However, the circulation here that crossed 55, don't know if it produced a tornado, but don't have any confirmation reports. It was mainly radar indicated. Hopefully, this will expire soon, and the circulation itself, they can cancel it based off of the trends. But right now, I don't see anything that just jumps off the screen at me. Obviously, nothing like Friday night. So, a lot of people commenting from areas like West Memphis and Marion. You're probably hearing the thunder from this. We'll switch back over the reflectivity scan. This storm is pretty nasty. We've had a hailstorm out of it. People who live in Cherry Valley, I have a couple of videos from Cherry Valley earlier. This same storm produced quite a bit of hail as it moved through. It's probably still producing hail right now over the Mississippi River, maybe even as far west as Clarkdale, Terrell, and Jericho. But the worst of the storm is about to cross the Mississippi River and be in Tennessee and out of our hair. Asking about Little Rock. unless something forms soon, we not expecting much in Little Rock. The severe weather risk today was evident east of Little Rock, southeast of Little Rock. Speaking of that, the only real factor storm that I see right now that it's of note outside of our tornado warning up near Memphis is this storm near Monticello. Still a baby storm, just because I'm curious. 40,000 foot top, so 40,000 feet on that storm. So it's growing. If you live in Monticello, if you live in McGee, if you live in Reed, anywhere along 65 there south, like you're going to Lake Village, you're probably hearing this storm. You might even be able to see it. It's 40,000 feet in the air, so a pretty tall thunderstorm, and it has possibly some hail in it, and of course lightning and thunder. Folks, I'm just not seeing much here on velocity when it comes to rotation. You can really see it as it crosses 55, then it kind of just gusts out. It almost looks like it almost appears to be overtaken where it kind of gusts out there on the southeast side. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes a storm will cycle and you'll get that strong RFD, that wraparound gust of wind on the backside of the storm. That kind of looks like what happened there. Maybe it did its best to produce a tornado briefly as it crossed 55, but I wouldn't be surprised if the National Weather Service in Memphis does cancel this tornado warning soon. They haven't yet. It's 5:24 p.m. and it's still up. The storm continues to move east. I think it's the tornado warning is going to stay north of Memphis and impact areas like Millington, maybe even as far over as Arlington, Tennessee, so not Arkansas. The tornado aspect of this storm, really, I know Arkansas is still included in the polygon. For example, this is Arkansas, obviously. It's a terrible drawing. If you live in Jericho, Clarkdale, Terrell, the tornado sirens are probably still going off. But for now, I don't see an imminent tornado that's about to happen. The worst of it has moved off to the east. We'll watch the backside of the storm. You're still going to have some activity passing through. The worst of the storm is here. That's moving to the east. But we also have this here. That's about to move through. It's going to cross 55. It's going to cross Highway 77. So if you're traveling through the area, it's going to get noisy soon. Sabrina, I can't necessarily tell you that you're in the clear because we still have a couple of hours worth of thunderstorm development. Just to kind of set the stage, I'll pull my comments back up. And every time I click on my radar, it makes my comments go away, which is really annoying. I'll have to fix that. But guys, from a zoomed out view, and I see the tornado warning up near Memphis and whatnot, but that's moving over the Mississippi River now and out of Arkansas. So Sonia's asking about Central Arkansas. Great question. It looks like we have a pop developing pretty close to Little Rock now. We have something south of Arkadelphia. We have some now near Texarkana, some activity near El Dorado. This is all real immature stuff. So the only storm that really pops off to me, except for the tornado warning storm that's moving out of Arkansas, is the storm near Monticello. It's moving east towards McGee and Reed. So really right now, this is going to continue east with time. It's 5:23 p.m. I said on Facebook this morning that our timing window today was from 3 to 11, which I know 11 o'clock is still almost 5 hours away, but as it stands right now, we're just going to have to watch the developments through the evening. South of Little Rock, southeast of Little Rock, east of Little Rock. In my opinion, and I said this on Facebook earlier as well, that the area that tornado warning formed, you guys were under tornado watches. Phillips County, Cross County, Poinsett County, Crittenden, Mississippi, that part of the state. So south and just east of Jonesboro, essentially, is where the better tornado risk was today. I'm not saying that southeast Arkansas won't observe a tornado warning tonight or something like that, but I don't think the tornado risk today is exceptionally high. If anything, it's something brief. So, yes, so someone's asking about the high wind speeds. I do think that we will settle tomorrow, Monday, and get a break from the high winds. Praise Jesus, because we need it. I'm so sick and tired of the wind. It did lay down for some of us midday today as expected, so that was nice. But they still have the polygon up for Arkansas. But I'm telling you, folks, Okay, did they trim it down a little bit? No, not really. I'm going to watch the backside of the storm as it comes through. Go ahead and make sure my cities are pulled up. Amanda, it's the same thing in El Dorado as everyone else. You know, scattered thunderstorm chances here through the next, we'll just say 5 hours. So four or 5 hours. I can't guarantee any one city, community, roadway, neighborhood due to how scattered thunderstorms will be today. But if you live south, southeast, or east of Little Rock, you do have thunderstorm chances through the next few hours. And some of those storms could be strong to severe, mainly a hail and wind risk. The tornado risk today is fairly low. We've had one tornado warning, and it was a brief rotation signature that's kind of, to me, it looks like it's went away a little bit. The polygon is still here, so we're going to take it serious as long as the National Weather Service still feels it's serious. But I'm just not seeing much, folks, to be honest with you. This storm continues to cross 55 and Highway 77 between Jericho and Terrell, Clarkdale. But I'm just not seeing anything crazy popping off my screen. Hello from Greenwood. How are you, Gwen? Thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate it. Nina, nothing in Mansfield. Guys, if you live west of Little Rock, north of Little Rock, northwest of Little Rock, you have no concern tonight. So you have no risk for severe weather. This is all in eastern Arkansas, southeast Arkansas. For those of you who struggle to read maps, I know that some of you do, and it's okay. I'll lay it out here to kind of help better explain. So Little Rock is here. If you live west of this line, so up here, you're good tonight. I mean, you can see on radar visually. I don't have to say it. You can see the kind of the pops down near Texarkana. There's one between Hot Springs and Camden near Arkadelphia. There's one near Monticello, moving off towards Reed and McGee. There's one just northeast of Little Rock. It looks like we have showers going up over Little Rock now. So this, if you live in Little Rock, I've had a lot of questions about Little Rock. If you live in Little Rock, you have showers going up over you now. Storms are attempting to form. That might be your shot at whatever rain we get today. So the tornado warning, part of Arkansas, has been canceled. You can see the red polygon here. How are you, Courtney? You can see that the polygon, the red polygon, that's for the tornado warning, has been canceled in Arkansas. It only includes regions of western Tennessee, like Millington, Arlington, Tennessee, northeast of Memphis. Clarkdale, Jericho, Marion's right on the line. Crawfordsville up to Terrell is still under severe thunderstorm warning, but no tornado warning. So, someone sent a report here on the comments from West Memphis. Clouds ugly, but nothing here. Yep, it's going to stay, I think, just north of you. You might get a little bit here on the backside if you live in Marion or around Marion, but the worst of it is certainly east and north of you, so no concerns there. Thanks, Aunt Julie. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying doing the live coverage. This has been new for me, but I'm really enjoying it. Brad says the rotation on the storm isn't super impressive. No, Brad, it kind of, I don't know if you've been keeping up. We had a little bit of a flare-up as it crossed 55. Right there, you can see it, the first of the loop. That's it. Maybe produce something brief. I don't even know if it did or not. I don't have any storm chaser reports of that occurring. I'll check my Twitter real quick. Yeah, I don't have anything. So, but guys, I think with that, judging by the way the radar looks, and I'll do one last reset here before. I mean, the tornado warning is over for Arkansas. That's what I kind of came on here for. I'll do one last reset for those who are watching, kind of give you an update on what you can expect through the next few hours. So I've got a comment here from Camden. I've got a comment from Paragold. Paragold, I think, is going to be safe tonight. Reed Timmer just went through Marion. Well, he's headed east, so you're in luck. He's headed away from you, I promise. People asking about Paragold and Jonesboro. Folks, if you're living in Jonesboro, I think you're going to be okay. Callie's in Cleburne, White County line. The bulk of the activity tonight, if you're watching this and you live west of Little Rock, north of Little Rock, over towards Fort Smith, northwest Arkansas, northern Arkansas, you're probably not going to deal with much of anything tonight. You're good. The front is beyond you. If you live south of Little Rock, southwest of Little Rock, we'll say down towards Texarkana, Magnolia, if you live in Camden, if you live in El Dorado, if you live in Pine Bluff, we'll have to watch for thunderstorms that form here over the next few hours. You can see the activity down near Monticello. I know it isn't showing up on my map, but you have this storm that's moving up towards McGee and Vermont. That's in southeast Arkansas. You've got some more pops down near Warren. So basically southern, southeast Arkansas tonight. I know that we had the storm up near Memphis, but I think the bulk of the activity, it's 5:30 now, so through the next few hours, I felt like a lot of the activity might stay even south of Memphis. So from Memphis down to Lake Village, over to Texarkana, and up to Little Rock. So just think of it as like a little bit of a triangle sort of, but with an elongated edge on the top right side. The tornado risk is low. Someone asked about Ouachita County. Yeah, Ouachita County. That's an area that we'll need to watch and see if we have any thunderstorms form. If storms don't form, you're not gonna get anything. We're not gonna have a widespread line of storms that pass the region. This is one of those days where we have scattered thunderstorm activity. Jody, nothing in Russellville. That's west of Little Rock, so you should be good. Just south and southeast of Little Rock. Is this one of those that will chill out once the sun sets? Well, no. Not necessarily, Megan. We could still have thunderstorm activity, strong thunderstorms after dark. There's plenty of thunderstorm fuel for thunderstorms to work with this evening. I do want to zoom in on this Monticello storm real quick and just kind of get a look at it. This thing has kind of piqued my interest some. It's over McGee now. If you guys have ever traveled into southeast Arkansas, you go through Winchester, Reed, McGee. It's like near Vermont. Arkansas City's off to the east of 65, close to the Mississippi River. But if you live in McGee, it's probably pretty noisy right now. This thunderstorm is about to cross 65 soon. It might have some hail in it. There's no severe thunderstorm warning, but that's really the only show in town. Someone asked about Hamburg. Monticello, you've got that pop there just south of Warren, southwest of Monticello. No lightning on it. Still kind of a baby storm. I need to switch out a Little Rock radar. Oh, never mind. So it does look like we have a thunderstorm that is going up, though, here near Little Rock. That's our first lightning bolts here. So Little Rock's right here. This activity is going to continue east with time and move into Little Rock. I'm going to do one last zoom in here on the Memphis storm to make sure everybody kind of knows what's going on. So unfortunately, it does look like the backside of the storm is trying to kind of be cranky as well. So once again, if you're in Clarkdale, if you're in Jericho, so 55 and Highway 77, same area we just dealt with. You have a hail core passing over you now. This will soon cross the Mississippi and out of your hair to where you can chill, not worry about it. Earl is still in the severe thunderstorm warning polygon along with Crawfordsville. I know Marion is included as well, but the worst of it is north of Marion, north of Memphis, and the tornado warning is out of Arkansas and into Tennessee. Brittany's asking about wind. Nothing in wind right now. You're kind of in between a little bit of everything here. You've got stuff developing to your west and then the severe thunderstorm off to the east, so no imminent concerns. The only Arkansas counties, I'm going to read it straight off my Facebook page so I don't tell you guys wrong. Give me just a moment. The only Arkansas counties that are under a tornado watch right now is Poinsett, Cross, Crittenden, St. Francis, Lee, Phillips, and Mississippi County. And that's through 11 p.m. tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if that's canceled a little early. Regardless, it's really irrelevant. It's through 11 p.m. So for those of you who have no idea where that is, those counties that I just listed off, up here. Does not include Craighead, does not include Jonesboro, kind of in this part of the state. I know that that's not perfect, so please forgive me, but everyone else, no tornado watches, not expecting a whole lot of tornado problems. Johns and Clarksville, not expecting a thing, brother. You're behind the front. Stuttgart, yeah, we'll have to watch for some thunderstorms forming here over the next couple of hours. Hamburg, I think I already responded to that. We'll have to watch here over the next few hours. You are south and southeast of Little Rock, so have to watch for thunderstorm development. We are getting more development, so it's going to be scattered. Some of you watching this might be south or southeast of Little Rock and not get a thing. it's scattered activity today. We're not going to get a big squall line of storms. So, but with that, guys, I think I feel comfortable laying off the coverage and just going to my normal Facebook stuff, posting updates as needed. If we have more tornado warnings, I'll get back on. I'll go live again, and I'll be right here with you to talk. I really hope you guys are enjoying the live coverage, studio-style weather center coverage. I'm really enjoying it as well, and it seems to be going well. My feed today, unless I've missed it, looks like it's been up and good to go. Madison, if you're in Van Buren, there's no concerns. That other side of the state tonight, so you should be good. DeWitt, same thing. Watch for thunderstorms to form here over the next few hours. But with that, guys, I think I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to stop the stream. If we have any more problems, I'll hop back on and talk you through it. I don't usually go live for severe thunderstorms. I went live earlier because I thought that storm was going to cause us some problems, and it ended up doing so. So if we get a severe thunderstorm warning, I might not go live, but I'll have updates on my page. So